What's up everyone, Tyler Medeiros here and welcome to TylerMedeirosTV. What you're about to see in today's video is the most unbelievable paranormal evidence I myself have ever captured on camera. And I personally filmed this footage and I know for a fact this is 100% real. Now before we get into today's video, if you guys are not following us on our social medias, you could go ahead and do that now. But like I said guys, the footage that you are about to see is 100% real and Haley can validate that for me. We experienced some really interesting and unbelievable paranormal activity while we were away for our anniversary, and we didn't expect it at all. It was just something that happened. And we were just like very shocked and couldn't believe what was going on throughout the night of our anniversary.
I mean, something that I want to say before we get into the story time and then obviously show you guys the footage is this experience and what Tyler captured on his camera has made me question a lot of the things I've critiqued and watched in the past, because there's been so many times where I've seen poltergeist activity caught on camera or I've seen paranormal activity caught on camera that I thought to myself, there's no way, like there's no way that you captured that and it was that obvious and that evident. But then a part of me was like, well, I mean, I believe it could happen. Just in my experience, typically the spirits know when you're filming and it's very rare to capture things on camera.
Which, that's where things get really interesting. Exactly what she said. Usually they know that you're filming and nothing really happens. Which I actually have proof of that. And to validate that aspect of it. And but we'll be getting into that in just a moment. But it all started out very normal. We decided to get away for our anniversary just a couple days ago and just, you know, take a little break from everything that's going on and, you know, enjoy each other's company and really, you know, just go out and just enjoy a night together.
So to give you guys a little bit of a backstory, on April 28th, it was mine and Tyler's 10-year anniversary, and we're still currently in lockdown where we live. So about a week before our anniversary, I was laying in bed and I was kind of thinking about the fact how it's kind of disappointing that on our 10-year anniversary, that's such a big anniversary, that we weren't able to celebrate it properly. And that's not to say that you can't celebrate things like that at home. It's just for us,
we wanted to do something different because last year we weren't able to, you know, do something special. Like we had a good time, we had some food and everything, but you know, for 10 years we were just like, you know what? Let's do something. Yeah, let's do a little something.
So I looked into whether or not we would be allowed to book a hotel room and to actually just have like a staycation, so to speak. And I started looking into Niagara Falls, and I read that hotels are completely open and that you're more than welcome to, just the restaurants are closed. So my initial reaction was to run downstairs and tell Tyler, hey, do you want to do something for our anniversary? We'll obviously be safe, let's do it. So I booked the hotel that we've stayed at previously. Actually, ironically, it was a hotel that we stayed in on my 19th birthday, so it's like a significant hotel to us. And one thing that I want to say is, like, we were not even thinking about the paranormal. I booked a hotel that was really nice. I was excited about the deal because right now no one's really traveling, and we had gift cards for the keg. So we were like, you know what? We'll do takeout from the keg and
have a nice night. Get away, you know, have a nice dinner.
Yeah. So that was exactly what we did. I booked the hotel room, just a random room with a view of the US and Canadian Falls. I wanted a full view.
Beautiful view.
Gorgeous view. We can insert it here for you guys. But that was the plan. We didn't bring any paranormal equipment. I brought my camera to film like a vlog for you guys.
It's just like a little room tour type thing and, you know, bring you guys along. But we really went there just wanting to have a night of us just getting away and us just, you know, celebrating each other. And
without these little monkeys.
So we got to the hotel, we checked in, and we made our way up to the room. And we first walked into the room, there was a drawer open, didn't think anything of it, and closed it. I just thought that the maid, you know, accidentally left it open on her way out.
So the room that we ended up booking was a double room, meaning that it had 2 suites. And the reason for booking this room was because 1, it had a jetted tub, and 2, it had the best view. But we got the room, we should actually mention.
Yes, actually, we have to backtrack a little bit there. So
you go ahead and tell them.
Okay, so when we made our way to the front desk, and we were checking in and everything, the guy actually at the front desk said, you know, we upgraded you to
premium.
A premium room. It was the same room, but it was a premium room.
Had a better view, I think.
It had a better view. It was on, you know, a really high floor. So they upgraded us. So that wasn't even the room that we booked initially.
Yeah.
We just actually ended up there, and it's funny because things happen for a reason.
Absolutely.
And we just, you know,
happened to end up in that.
It happened to end up in that position. And these things just, you know, found us, and it's a really weird experience, which you guys will be seeing the footage and everything. But we just want to paint you guys a little bit of a picture before we show you guys that footage, because you guys may need to turn a light on. It is really creepy.
So as Tyler mentioned, when we first got into the room, the very first room that we entered did have the drawer open, but for me personally, my thought process was very brief, and I just thought that it was something to do with sanitation. I don't know why. It's because like they had a sticker on the door to prove that no one had been in there since cleaning it, and above the open drawer was little like sanitary wet naps. So we just closed the drawer and we went on. We were so excited to see the room, and we were ready to order food because
you know, dropped off our bags, you know, we were starting to unwind. And just get situated into the room. And then we made our way into the second suite of the room.
Which is where we were gonna stay.
Which is where we were staying. But before we even got into ordering our food, because we were hungry, it was a long drive. So we're like, okay, we want to eat, you know, we'll take our time, you know, just unwind, have a nice dinner. In that first room where the drawer was open, we noticed something on the floor beside the bed, which actually looked
that's
to
not
be
how
like
it happened.
blood.
That's not how it happened.
That's how it happened for me. Because as soon as I walked in and I dropped your bag off, because I did drop your bag off in that first room, I noticed it right away.
So Tyler filmed his room tour first. I was looking on like the website of the keg to see what exactly I wanted to eat. And when it was my turn to like hide from the camera, so to speak, I went to go and hide.
To make it an empty room.
Because he did his room tour of the other half of the room, and then it was my turn to go and like hide from the other area. Anyways, I noticed what looked to be 2 like puddles of blood on the carpet. About like
a good size.
A good chunk. And I came into the room when Tyler said, "You're good, you can come back in." And I said, "Hey, like it looks like there's blood in that first room." And you said, "Oh yeah, I actually noticed that."
It was the first thing I noticed. Like when I came into the room and I dropped her bag off, I noticed it right away, and I took a flashlight to it and I was like, no, it can't be. It can't be. But I have to say, it really did look like a little thing of blood that was on the carpet.
In 2 different sections, and it wasn't like a little drop. It was like
it was puddle. Like I said, a good size.
So I remember thinking to myself when you said that, first I FaceTimed my mom and I showed her it, and then I remember thinking to myself, the premium room has blood splashes on the floor. Like, I actually contemplated getting another room.
And so did I.
I thought about calling and being like, but then I thought, and I was like, you know what? We're not even sleeping in this section of the room.
Exactly.
So I don't care. If we were, I would have cared. But we weren't even going to be in there. So we actually even took,
so it didn't even bother me.
Yeah. We actually even took my bag out from there, brought it into the other room, and that was just that. We kind of just moved on.
First thought that I had was, all right, let me move her bag out from that room, bring it into the suite. You know, but we're not staying there, so it doesn't really bother me, you know, to go through changing rooms and things like that. You know, I didn't want to go through that hassle. It wasn't really something that was significant to
However, something that I want to note is after seeing the blood, I started telling Tyler that something about that first room was really creepy. And I remember you joked and you said everything's creepy to you. Like you made a joke about it. And I said something about it. It's like the lighting in there and the blood on the floor and just the vibe that I had. I was like, something is not right in this room. So I remember we went into the other room and I'm finishing up like what I want to order. I'm getting ready to call the place and you go, that drawer's open again.
Yeah. So,
and I was like, what?
Yeah, so how it actually is, which you guys will see in the footage, from that first room when you walk in through the front door, there's a hallway that kind of has a counter and there's a door that leads into the bigger suite.
Right.
And we had that door open. And as we're ordering food, you know, doing our thing, I look back through the hallway into the first room, and the drawer was back open. So right away we
you
noticed.
Made a comment to me. I didn't notice it.
I was like, babe, you know, that drawer's open again. So I made my way over, closed it, and we actually, as I came back into our suite, I said, you know, let's stand here and watch it for a couple minutes and let's see if it opens again.
I was thinking at this point that perhaps it was a finicky drawer. I was like, you know what, the drawer might be broken.
Yeah, you know,
like,
once you close it, it just slides back out type thing.
As I was saying, I kind of thought maybe the drawer was just finicky. I thought maybe that it was like loose or something,
Yeah,
and that's why. But it was happening like so quickly. Like I don't even think we mentioned, right before you asked us to stare at it, you looked at it, you closed it, you turned around, turned back, and it was already open.
I literally made sure that it was closed, you know, that I didn't like push it and it bounced out a little bit and then it would roll or like anything like that. I pushed all of them together, so they were all closed.
So he was like, babe, like, let's watch this. I'm getting a weird feeling. You're right, the room is kind of creepy. So we stood there for like,
a good 5 minutes.
I would say 10. I would say 10 minutes, and then finally...
Because we were just like very curious about it ourselves, and we're like, okay, what's going on here?
But then we started to feel foolish, and we literally looked at each other, we're like, we're wasting our anniversary staring at a finicky dresser drawer.
Restaurants are closing soon, like we better order our food.
Because where we live in Ontario, everything closes by 8, so your last order to the cake has to be by 7. It was like after 6, so I was like, all right, babe, like the drawer's not moving, whatever.
And I was like, all right, we're not gonna spend all day staring at this thing. So
the second
we literally turned around, she got on the phone, started, you know, dialing and everything, and 2 minutes later, as she's about to call, I turned back around and the drawer was open.
Yeah.
Neither of us heard it open.
No, you never heard it.
But it was fully open. And I was like,
you made a point to me and you said, hold on, what if the guy or person whose blood is on the floor stored their things in that drawer?
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, wait, like maybe this is paranormal. But at this point, I'd already placed the order for the food, and we made the decision to go and get our food. We had to get champagne, and we were going upstairs.
One thing I want to add is I'm not the type of person that when I go out to hotels or, you know, go on vacation, I don't take my clothes out of my bag and put it in the dresser.
No, me either.
But there is a lot of people that are like that. So
my dad is.
Exactly. So if you guys are like that, please let me know down below in the comments, because I know Haley and myself, we're not that way. I know my family's not that way.
Yeah.
We don't use the dressers. We just, you know, live out of our bag for the time.
However, I think, this is a side note, but I was thinking about this. I think if I went on like a 3-week, 4-week cruise or something, at that point I didn't have. But when it's like a week thing or a night thing, like we never unpack our things. But anyways, so we left the room. We completely forgot about it. Like as I'm mentioning, this is our anniversary. Like we're not sitting there like the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, we still didn't really think anything of it. We were just like, okay, it's weird.
At this point, we go out, we get our food, we get our drinks, and we head back to the room.
And we walk into the room with the food and everything, and the drawer is open once again. And we're like, okay, so I just close it. At this point, we're just thinking about our food at this point. So I just close the drawer again, and we go into the next room. We start setting up, getting comfortable. We pour ourselves some drinks and relax, you know, open up the food and start eating.
Can I also say something though that's very strange at this point, and you guys might be thinking, okay, it's a drawer opening. Who cares? What's weird about it is because I had a finicky drawer in like a house that I had growing up, and it would always open like the exact same time because it was a loose thing. So over that time, it would push enough to open.
Yeah.
This was very inconsistent. We watched it for 10 minutes, we turned around, it opened. It was like any time that we weren't watching it, it opened.
So one thing I want to add, which I didn't tell you at the time, was I would actually give it a few minutes as we were just, you know, setting up the food and everything. I'd give it a few minutes and then, you know, peek into the room and it wouldn't be open. But the minute that I forgot about it and just, you know, got it out of my mind and I would go look in the room afterwards, it was open.
Yeah.
So it was as if, like, you know, as soon as they knew you weren't, you know, watching them, like we said earlier,
it would happen.
It would just happen. And we didn't hear it.
No, exactly.
Which you would hear a drawer being, you know, sliding out or pulling out. So with that being said, the first thing that we thought about was, you know, could it be a draft or anything like that? But there was no draft that, you know, we felt or that was even in the room, because
you can't open the windows in the room.
Yes, you can't open the windows in the room.
We were on the 47th floor, so number one, it would be a safety hazard to even have windows that would open enough in a place like that. Number two, it was just, you guys will see in the footage, it was just a like big window from roof to floor.
Yes.
So there was no wait for a window to open, and the AC was in our far side of the room, so it wouldn't have even like affected enough to blow something across the room.
Yeah.
And one thing I want to say, sorry to interrupt you, is I started, the more that it was happening, I started really like vibing in that room, and anytime I would walk over to that side of the room, the energy shifted.
It just felt dark. It just felt very like kind of gloomy and dark. Like it didn't feel like, oh, let me lay down in this bed and relax. Like it was.
I would have not stayed in that room if we didn't have the other side.
And one thing I want to add before we actually get into showing you guys this evidence that I really have no idea what could have caused this. And it's really interesting. It's 2 hours of footage, which I'm only going to insert clips that show the evidence that we captured. Number one, something that we haven't spoken about yet. And number two, this drawer, I was actually able to capture it on camera. And the one thing that I want to add before we actually get into the footage is at the time that we captured the footage of the drawer, our door to our suite was closed. So there was literally no possible way that there was enough of a draft, if there was a draft coming from somewhere, that it would cause this drawer to open to the extent that it did.
Absolutely. So Tyler and I went on a walk, and we decided, actually it was crazy, Niagara Falls, if you guys have been there, is typically like a poppin' place. Like it almost feels like a city that doesn't sleep. Like we would go for walks in the past, and every time we did, didn't matter the time, there was always people out there, and it was really like a ghost town. And we were sitting on the like edge of this, like, I don't even know how to explain it. We were sitting watching the falls.
Yeah, we
were safe.
Yeah, we were safe, but you know, we were enjoying the falls because no one was there.
Yeah.
But we had a good seating area to view the falls. And
we started talking, this is really strange, we started talking a bit about the room. And that was when I started to notice what looked like orbs that we could see in person with our eyes flying across the falls. And we were so confused by that. And that's when I said to Tyler, I know it's our anniversary, I know that we're not ghost hunting right now, but I really think that we should set up some sort of footage and capture what's going on in the room, because I think it's paranormal. Like, just from my intuition, the blood on the floor, the vibe in that room, something is off. And he said, yes. Now, ironically, after like our night, I ended up falling asleep before Tyler, and because it was my anniversary and I had other things on my mind, I didn't even think to set up any sort of footage, and that's where y'all could thank him, because he decided to close the door to the other room. Because
I wanted to know for myself. I wanted to capture it and, you know, be able to, you know, look at it and pick apart, you know, did I see something there? You know, is something causing it?
Are we exaggerating?
Are we even able to capture it on camera?
Yeah, and so what's crazy is what Tyler told me is that initially he set up the camera with a flash.
Which I'm gonna actually insert that clip here. I'll insert that clip here. I set up the camera at first with the flash. I didn't turn on any lights in the room. I just figured, you know, I'm gonna set up my camera here, position it, turn the flash on, and record. And as I did that,
it's literally just like how when we would look, it never moved or never opened. It was like it knew from the flash that we were filming or that he was filming, and nothing happened. And thank God Tyler caught on to that and said, oh shoot, I should turn the light on, shut the flash off, and start recording. And at around just over 30 minutes in, he caught one of the most compelling like pieces of evidence of paranormal activity on 2 different occasions in the video that we've seen. So let us know if you guys see anything more. And I think Tyler,
which, as you're saying that, like, I'm literally getting chills.
Yeah. I think Tyler mentioned too, if you guys comment below and you want to see it, he will upload the full 2-hour footage. Yes,
if you guys would like to view the 2-hour footage on your own and investigate it for yourself, let me know down below in the comments. I will upload it as an extra video in itself, and you guys can go through it at your own pace. And just investigate, see if you see anything that we miss or anything like that. But before we get into the footage of the drawer, which that's really the main thing here, and that we literally, it has not gotten off of our minds since we left.
Especially because, and I hate to continue reiterating this, but I think, and comment down below your thoughts and theories, in my opinion, if it was a finicky drawer and there was something loose, it wouldn't be inconsistent with the time lapse.
And it would have opened when I filmed with the flash.
Absolutely. Absolutely, and it didn't. And then once Tyler flew under the radar with his phone, it recorded, and it was over 30 minutes when at times Tyler would close the drawer and 1 minute later it's opening. It's like it has a complete mind of its own.
So I'm going to be showing you guys a piece of evidence that we haven't spoken about just yet. And I'm going to play it for you in normal motion, exactly how I filmed it. Let me know if you guys notice anything, but then I'm going to be playing it in fast motion, which that's when, you know, as I was skimming through the video, I was like, wow, like this is unreal. And what I'm about to show you guys has happened throughout the whole video. For 2 hours, this was happening constantly. So I'm going to go ahead and insert this clip here. Let me know if you guys notice anything. Let me know down below in the comments.
And don't just fast forward.
Yes, don't fast forward. I really want you. I'm gonna insert just one small piece of it. Let me know if you guys notice anything, and then I'm gonna be playing it in fast motion, which you guys can really tell
it's insane.
What's going on. So check it out. So alright guys, I'm not sure if you guys picked up on what was happening in that clip, but I'm going to go ahead and insert the fast motion version here, and I will give you guys maybe 10 to 20 minutes in fast motion so you guys can really see how often it was happening. And guys, I can honestly vouch for you that it was happening throughout the 2 hours of my filming. So
the entire video.
Yes, literally the entire video. So
on and on at different paces. Like it's not like it was like a breeze of some sorts. And keep in mind,
no, because if it was a breeze, it would be happening faster. For those of you that did not notice it, check out this fast clip and you guys will really notice what was going on from before the drawer opened and even after the drawer opened. So check it out. So now, for those of you that may have not noticed it in slow motion, now that you guys have seen it in fast motion and you guys can really see what was going on, because that's the only way that I noticed something was going on, because if I didn't scroll through it and watch it fast, I don't think I would have ever noticed that slight little change.
And if you guys are wondering how he discovered it, on our ride home from Niagara, he was looking through the footage and he was kind of skimming through, like it's 2 hours of
I was looking for where the drawer had opened, you know, I just wanted to, you know, view it on our ride, and as I was skimming through, I noticed that it was constant for the 2 hours of the video. It was constantly happening.
Yeah.
And, you know, like we said just before, if it was a breeze, it would maybe happen once and it would stay that way.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
It was constantly changing.
Yeah.
So now that you guys have seen that and you guys saw what was going on before and after the drawer opened, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this really unbelievable evidence of just paranormal activity, something going on, something was there, and we caught it on camera. Check it out. So there you guys have it. That was the evidence that we captured on camera that it's the most compelling and unbelievable evidence of paranormal activity I have ever caught on camera.
It's so unbelievable that I truly believe there are going to be people in the comment section who think that we doctored it or did something, and I can honestly say it was our anniversary. The last thing on my mind was anything paranormal. You know that when I'm contemplating leaving a room that looks like it's got some sort of history in it, it's because I just want a carefree, easygoing night. But honest to God, you guys, my hand to God himself, that is what we captured, and we definitely want to know your guys' thoughts and theories below. But more importantly, we want to go back to that exact room and see what the heck we can capture, because we truly believe that if we can capture that just with Tyler's iPhone, and if we have those experiences without even looking for them, if we bring our equipment and we set our intentions to communicate with whatever is there, I think it will be ridiculous.
Yes, so if you guys would like us to go back and actually do an investigation in this room, I know we want to, so let me know down below in the comments if you guys would like to see that, because we're very curious to see if there is something in that room, and if there's something, you know, making this drawer pull out at random times when no one's watching it, and you literally don't even hear it pull out, which I
want to bring my grid and see when the drawer opens, is there a shadow interfering?
Is there something there?
What could it be? So comment down below for sure if you guys want to see that. And also, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you guys do want to see us investigate this further, because if you see that you guys enjoy it, we'll be more inclined to get there even faster. But it was crazy.
Yeah, so if you guys want to see us go back and actually do an investigation, I can only imagine what we're going to capture when we're actually going to investigate, because this was just us with going out, having a night out, enjoying our anniversary, and it was just something that compelled me to set up my camera, and you know, I actually ended up capturing something, and it's just absolutely unreal. When I look back at the footage, I was so speechless. It's literally unreal. So remember guys, if you guys want to investigate the footage that I recorded for yourself, please let me know down below in the comments, and I will upload it as an extra video so you guys can just look through it for yourselves and see if you guys see anything that we may have missed, because I know a lot of people notice a lot of different things that someone else doesn't. So I always love your guys' opinion, so let me know down below in the comments if you guys would like that, and if you guys would like us to go back and actually do an investigation. I think it'll be so unreal, and like, I'm a little bit scared of what we may be capturing. But again guys, if you guys really enjoyed this video, give it a nice big thumbs up. We are literally speechless, and you know, we just had to let you guys know what our experience was and just show you guys this footage, because it is absolutely unreal. Like I said, it's the most compelling and unbelievable evidence I myself have ever captured of paranormal activity. So I just definitely wanted to show you guys it and just tell you guys the story, and I'm really excited to go back.
Me too.
I think it's going to be absolutely unbelievable.
Absolutely.
So I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this video. I know it is a long one, but guys, this has been absolutely unreal, and we just wanted to give you guys the whole story and let you guys know exactly what was going on, and give you guys all of the lead up into the evidence. And you know,
we want to go back.
Just know what you guys think about it. Yes. So make sure you're subscribed and you turn on post notifications so you don't miss it when I upload, because you never know what you're gonna get. Sometimes we have some really interesting experiences that we're not even looking for. They just find us.
And if you guys are skeptical or you have any thoughts or opinions, also send it to your friends and ask what they think, because we're just very curious to see what everybody thinks of this. And we want to know all of your theories, so share it with your friends, give it a big thumbs up, comment below if you want us to investigate further, and that is basically it for now anyway.
You guys are filled in, and we'll see where things take us next time that we go and visit and we actually do an investigation. But again guys, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you're subscribed and you turn on post notifications so you get notified. And also remember guys, I go live right here on TylerMedeirosTV every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, where you guys can tune in and just enjoy great fun, great laughs. We have a game night where you guys can tune in and just spend the night with us. And again, thank you guys so much for all the love and support, and we will see you guys in my next video.
Peace.